fans, every ticket is a pit pass, so after you see these cars go down the racetrack and put up these phenomenal performance numbers, get acquainted with them. You will find that there is no standoffishness at a Funny Car Chaos Championship.
Hey, we're here at Cordova Dragway for the Summer Nationals, Twisted Shifters and 360 Steel bringing this Father's Day weekend event. And we've got way over 30 funny cars in the house, going to qualify 32 of them. We were looking at the stats a little earlier in the week and came to realize that there are 170 funny cars that have run in Funny Car Chaos. That's the number of drivers that there has been, and that's pretty close to the number of funny cars. Who knew that there were that many funny cars anywhere? But they've run in Funny Car Chaos, and we're going to have some new ones coming in this weekend to add to that distinguished list. But there's one guy that is already on the list that has shaken up the world of Funny Car Chaos and his history of running events all the way back to the early days of Funny Car Chaos. That's Alan Middendorf. And Alan Middendorf has brought his American Outlaw funny car, and they are back in action this weekend. We're really looking to see what kind of horsepower Jake Sanders is going to be tuning out of that car, and if they can get all of that to the ground. So that's going to be an exciting way to get back into action here at one of the biggest races of the year, the Summer Nationals at Cordova Dragway.
The American Outlaw, Alan Middendorf, is back. Alan, why are you back right now in 2023 in Funny Car Chaos competition?
Time's allowed me to get away from work to drive. I miss all the drivers, the series, the fans. I'm ready to get this American Outlaw back, bring out our 6 shooters and haul some ass.
Our defending champion, Kirk Williams, is also coming in here, and he had a dominant performance in 2022. Absolutely ran the table just about, and but this year has not proven to be quite so easy. It wasn't easy last year, but he made it look easy. But just like the Black Crows would say, it's twice as hard to win that second championship. And so anyway, Kirk comes in here outside the top 5 in points, but they are looking to see if they can put it all back together. Interestingly enough, at a race that he came into last year just as sick as he could be, it was a non-points race, and he felt terrible, wound up going out in the first round of eliminations. But he's looking to shake off the blues and shake off the bugs and see if they've got everything right in that 200-proof Firebird as they're set to start their title defense in earnest this weekend at Cordova Dragway.
There's a number 1 on the side of this funny car, and this is the number 1 driver, defending champion Kirk Williams. Kirk, this title defense, though, I imagine has become a lot more challenging than you all were expecting thus far in 2023.
Well, not really. We really did expect a lot of people to step up their game, but right now the car is just kind of really dealing us a little bit of a fit. We put some new parts on it over the wintertime. We're just trying to work the little bugs out of it, but it's going to come around, and when it does, it'll go right back to the top.
Last time we were here, this was an exhibition race. It's a points race here at the famed Cordova Dragway. Round 1 exit last year. I'm sure you do not want that this year with points on the line.
No. Last year that was a horrible deal, man. It knocked the blower off and busted the windshield. But yeah, this year we're looking for better things. The car, it should come around pretty quickly. The track's really good today. The weather's beautiful, so we're looking for big numbers out of everybody. So it's going to be a tough race.
Number 3 and number 5 in the qualifying list. That
What about a 354 at 221 miles an hour? Drastic Plastic says, allow me to introduce myself. Drastic Plastic goes to number 1 with a bullet, as they would say on the radio. 354, 220.
The Drastic Plastic team working on the car, attempting a Q2 effort. We'll talk to Mark about that right now. What's happening with the machine?
Just basic maintenance right now. The motor's fine. It didn't hurt anything whatsoever. It kind of welded the clutch towards the end of the run, and that's why it took us a little bit to get off the racetrack. We had to pull the drive shaft out of it. And depending on how the clutch looks will determine whether we're going to make Q2 or do we have to pull it apart and put another one in it. And then at that point we may not. But 54 was good. I mean, we went 58 here last year, and we kind of based it off that and stepped on it just a little bit. And we kind of thought it would run a low 50, it'd stick, and it stuck.
It certainly did stick. 354, provisional number 1 qualifier. A good start to defending your champion title here in the A field in Funny Car Chaos competition at Cordova.
Absolutely. I mean, like I've said before, I don't go to races if I don't think I can win. I mean, every time we go out of the house, you go to win. That's what you got to do. And it's a good hot rod. It's consistent. It goes up and down the racetrack, and there's a lot of bad, fast cars here. So it's by no means a cakewalk, but we'll do the best we can.
Look at the mile per hour, 244.96 miles an hour. Are you kidding me? No, we are absolutely serious. Joey Haas goes to number 1 with a huge number.
It's hard work in the Nitro pits, but it has to feel a little bit easier to do that work when you are a provisional number 1 qualifier with a 3:48, lowering the boom, Mr. Haas.
Yeah, hopefully it sticks through tomorrow. It's just hard to tell. There's some good cars here, but maybe that number will stick. Tomorrow's Q3's in the heat of the day, so we threw it down in the second session, and it stuck. We'll work on that for tomorrow and just try to make a good run in the heat tomorrow for the first round at 6 o'clock and go from there.
What is up with the mysterious parachute issue that you've got going on that has been plaguing Nimrod?
I don't know. We've revamped the parachute cables and the levers and everything else. We had it on the American way last year. It's just we'll put all of our eggs in a basket and figure that deal out and try to get some consistency. You know, I always talk about being consistent, and that's where it matters tomorrow. We got to put some good runs together and not have any bugs hurt us. So we will do what we can and run it to the other end.
32 funny cars in Funny Car Chaos competition are ready to fight for their right to land themselves right here in this famed spot, the Cordova Dragway Winner's Circle. Hello, I'm Lee Kraft, the pit correspondent for Chaos Nation, and typically we follow the storylines of who has performed the best in the A field. Certainly, it must be noted that Joey Haas is the number 1 qualifier with a 3:48 elapsed time, and defending A field race champion Mark White in Drastic Plastic is qualified number 2 with a 3:54. But the top storyline going into round 1 here for the Twisted Shifters 360 Steel Summer Nationals is the points fight that we're going to have in the Wolf Pumps C field. Number 1 in points, Alex Barker, will have to face number 2 in points, Tom Furchess, who, by the way, finished 2nd in points last year in 2022. So we have an early 2023 points battle right here at the Summer Nationals. Tom Furchess in his Made in America funny car. There is a number 2 on that body because he finished 2nd last year in Funny Car Chaos points. Tom, how do you keep this thing in the B and the C field and in the hunt for the points regularly?
Well, it's difficult at best, but we have a good time. We have fun. The rule number 1 at Chaos is you're supposed to have fun. No matter how hard you work or how hot you get or how sweaty you get out here in Illinois, we're having a great time.
You are 2nd in points currently. You will face number 1 in points, Alex Barker, in the C field in round 1. Do you get up for these type of matchups, or you play it cool?
Well, you're cool in the car, but you set the car up to be fast. And we're going to set this car up to give Alex everything he can handle, if not a little bit more, because we're coming for the number 1 point spot. We finished number 2 in 22. Number 23 is going to be number 1 for the Made in America team.
The GTO front end in Funny Car Chaos, you know that it's Mr. Barker. Alex Barker, number 1 in the points currently right now. Big matchup against Mr. Furchess, who routinely runs at the top in the points and in whatever field he's in. How are you going to get around him?
And I'm just going to put all I can at it. Got to do the kitchen sink and all, so we'll see how it goes, and this will be a good matchup to see how the points go after this race.
Typically, you're in the C field. Typically, Tom is in the B field, and you two never have to face anyone in the A field. This has been a quick 32-car field for Summer Nationals here at Cordova. Do you feel like this might be that moment where the plan has not come together for you running in the C field?
Well, you know, how I was sitting in Q2 is I was sitting in the middle of the D field, and we've been having issues with the car, been fighting a converter since Eddyville, and finally the car came around this last run and bumped me up as number 7 in the C. And you know, my brother called me and was like, hey, you know, you're number 7 in the C field. I've been watching the flow, trying to keep up. And I was like, there's no way that a 27 is the bottom of the C field. There's no way. And by golly, come in the ladder, and it just ended up happening that way. So like I said, we're going to try to put everything we can in it and see if it'll get past Tom and keep going to the semifinals.
race the finish line for 234 miles an hour. 204 generations fireworks car. Your line on and Nitro shuts it off. way into the semi-final round of Wolf Pump Seafield.
Tom Furchess gets the big win out of round one in the Wolf Pump Seafield. Every point counts. You stop the points leader. You're number 2. You're going to move up. Big round already.
Fantastic round. It went really well. He had a little bit of problem on his starting line that I honestly didn't know about till after the run, but fantastic run, fantastic race. Made in America is on its way.
The turnaround complete going into the semifinals in the A field. Defending champion Kirk Williams. Competition single, sure, that's good, but you got a little bit of help in the C field. Tom Furchess took out the points leader. So there's a door open here at Cordova.
Well, yeah, the door is open, but right now, boy, we got a couple of fuel cars sitting in front of us. They're going to be a tough one to get past, but right now we're just worried about getting through this next round with Mark White because he's going to be a tough competitor. But right now I think we've got a little extra in the motor. We're going to make it a good race and make him go down the track, and we'll see what happens.
got the job done at the starting line. Plastic and Mark White for the second year in a row is going to the final round in the Road A field. Card as it stands, 379. Take out a 405, Steve Mosey at 186. Good match right there. Purchase.
For the Gambler, my goodness, reaching for the sky, and out of the throttle was Bill Naves as he's going to get to the finish line first. 5:52 at 86 miles an hour coasting. What a show put on by the Gambler. Oh my goodness. I think I know what Lee Craft is going to call the chaotic moment of the weekend. Chaotic racer. Probably going to be Casey Giesland as the Gambler was tuned up, revved up, and it was on.
Well, in gambling, you've got to play with whatever hand you are dealt, and Casey Giesland, you were dealt the wheel-standing hand. What happened out there in that chaotic moment here in Funny Car Chaos?
Well, the car left real good. It felt like it drove probably 10 or 20 feet, and then it just broke the wheelie bar in half right in the middle. It's real unfortunate. I felt like we were going to make a really good pass, and, just that's how the cars fall sometimes. You never know.
For sure. I do know this, though. I believe you're enjoying funny car racing at Funny Car Chaos.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's definitely the best thing we've ever done. It doesn't get any better than this.
Well, maybe you'll have an ace up your sleeve next time there, Mr. Giesland.
But the margin of victory was 0.2 of a second.
The first of 4 final rounds coming your way right now as we've got fire in the pipes on the Baloo Thunder Camaro. Both cars with those supercharged V8s fired up. Getting the tires nice and hot. Janelle Baloo, the backup girl for her son Jordan in that 69 Camaro from Oklahoma, finding that there's plenty of grip on the racetrack. Never a problem at Cordova Dragway. Plenty of grip as evidenced by the great performances that we have seen all through the weekend. So burnout's complete. It's time for the dry hops from the dry hop king himself. Jordan Baloo, Bartlesville, Oklahoma. Support from J&J Tumblers, the family business. Smith Auto and Tire, Outlaw Racing Engines, Greenberg Gardens, Iron Cross Dirtwork and Designs, Icon Pistons, and Phillips Precision Machine. Dry hops done, and Russell Baloo tells his son Jordan, bring it up here to the pre-stage, turns it over to him, and we have got 2 drivers zeroed into the Christmas tree as they guide their funny cars up for the first of 4 final rounds of the night here at the Summer Nationals. Stage and ready, green lights on both sides of the track, and Neil Giroux is going to take the win with a beautiful 4:45, 159.78 miles per hour. Something goes wrong with Baloo's car as he was at the hit, had a 0.18 reaction time. He was out front at the start.
Well, he definitely might do a twist and shout down here in the top end as he is getting the gear off. First-time winner in Funny Car Chaos competition. Did it from the 1 spot in the D field. Man, congrats.
Thank you very much, man. It's been a long time coming. 4th Chaos race, and it's great to do it at home.
Doing it at home, 4th Chaos race. Had some issues at Eddyville, but this has got to make up for it.
Oh, it's so much better. The weight almost makes it better.
Anyone else you want to thank for this win?
Well, Father's Day, obviously. I've got to thank my dad. He's been racing forever, and then I drug him back into the funny car thing, and I can't ever tell him how much I appreciate him. And then, of course, Edwin and Chuck, my uncle and good friend of ours, comes out and helps us. And then my sister Vicky came out from San Diego to watch us, so really appreciate all of them.
Neil, congratulations. Can we see a twist and shout? Can you do it, man?
Ooh, I don't know.
Woo! That is firing it up and coming into the water box on the tower side of the racetrack. Here is Tom Purchase. May as well go ahead and show this hot rod, Plenty Bad, is going to go to the winner's circle again. And Tom Purchase is racking up quite a record in Funny Car Chaos competition as he is now up to about half a dozen final rounds. I think that's 7, and he's now going to be 5-2. And I'll have to check my stats on that. But this is one of your performers in Funny Car Chaos competition that has done very, very well. Tom Furchess into the pre-stage, going to the winner circle at Cordova Dragway. There he goes down the 8th mile, another 4:02 at 178 miles an hour, just to erase all doubt if he was backing into that final round and lucky to get a bye. Oh no, 4:02, 178 miles per hour, goes to the winner circle with some authority.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Tom Furchess. You are the Wolf Pumps Seafield winner at Cordova Summer Nationals.
How exciting. Just happens to be my birthday. I have my family here. We're in Cordova, Illinois at the Summer Nationals. Funny Car Chaos is so much fun, and we're just having a blast. It's fantastic. Absolutely awesome.
Another low 4 elapsed time, and unofficially, David Ratton doing the math, you are now Funny Car Chaos points leader.
That's fantastic. We finished second last year. We had one spot to go. We're in it now, and we're going to do our best to be the champions at the end of the year.
Tom Furchess said it earlier today that 2023 is the year for a Made in America to be number 1.
Yeah! Yeah! Woo!
My God. Oh my gosh. Never tastes so good.
Come here, fellas. This team is fantastic. Fabulous. I can't say enough. These guys work their butts off.
I bet you say that to all the girls.
Man, this is fantastic. Thank you, guys.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Robbie Massey qualified number 1 at a 378, so yet another competitor with the opportunity to pocket 63 points if he can put that Carl Auto Group Mustang into the winner's circle against the Magic Monty of Jesse Clark. Both of these cars 3.7 second performers in Alki Digger B Field Funny Car Racing. Robbie Massey, Jesse Clark, both from Iowa. Massey from Des Moines and Jesse Clark from Preston, Iowa. Mustang and Monte Carlo. 2 final rounds in the books. We are ready for a pair of alcohol funny cars to bring it up to the pre-stage. Both use a similar procedure, and they are going to be bringing up those revs and taking on the racetrack. The Monte Carlo on the left side, the Mustang on the right side. It's going to be a high RPM launch, but these two competitors know what they're doing, and they have been putting big numbers up on the board all weekend along. Jesse Clark, Tower Side, the Magic Monty. Robbie Massey's Classy Chassis Carl Auto Group Mustang on the Berkey side. Getting ready for it to get loud. Second bulb lit, revs come up. A pair of racers out of Iowa going side by side at Cordova. Doesn't get much better than this. Great both sides. Reaction times tight, and a whole lot of center stripe used up by Jesse Clark. And the wind light comes on. Robbie Massey goes 383.5 to beat a 383.8. 180 miles per hour for Massey and 173.7 for Jesse Clark.
Robbie Massey spent time outside of the funny car. We saw him back at Eddyville Raceway Park for Chaos in the Cornfield. He comes to the Summer Nationals here at Cordova Dragway, and he is now a Funny Car Chaos winner in the Alki Digger B Field, and did it certainly in style. A 383 starting line advantage and a win, Mr. Massey.
Yes, so happy right now. I don't know what to say. I got to give all the thanks to my dad, Todd, Taylor, Jack, Shelly, my mom and sister watching at home. Just can't even explain it right now.
It has to feel good being a funny car racer, sitting out and come back and have success so quickly.
Words can't describe it, man. I'm luckiest man on earth.
Lucky. The turnaround in process here in the Nimrod pit. Joey Haas has preached consistency, consistency, consistency. It's been there. Will you have it in the final for a win over Mark White?
Yeah, I'm going to say we tear our consistency up and run a 42.
There you have it, 42 and a win. That's what Joey's calling.
That's right.
Drastic Plastic has certainly put a drastic hurting on the A field in Funny Car Chaos competition. Mark White, you're the defending champion here. Joey Haas over there called a 42 and a win. What are you calling?
Well, if he can run 42, that'll be tough to get around, but I think we're going to be just fine. I think we're going to be just fine. My goal is to be holding trophies at the end of the night, like I said earlier. And if Joey beats us, then he deserves it. That's a bad, fast hot rod. But this one's no slouch either.
Robert knocker final round, and that's what it's coming down to. And I hope it's all the shutdown area, because one's going to win and one's not. But these are some serious folks about their racing. Joey Haas with lane choice selects the tower side, Freedom Motorsports lane. He's been running that lane all day long, and it's been delivering great numbers like 348, 248 miles an hour, and 347. So he's got lane choice. He puts the Drastic Plastic in that right side lane, the Berkey's lane. Has not been a bad lane all day long, as the staff here at Cordova Dragway have made sure that both lanes are equally awesome. But it all comes down to this, and it's going to take about 3 seconds from the flash of amber to decide who's going to go home with that coveted Summer Nationals trophy. The Spell Paving Service Funny Car Chaos Championship Tour, halfway point of the season. There are 8 points races. This is number 4. So the 42nd race in the history of this franchise, taking place at the Summer Nationals. All my friends here at Cordova Dragway hanging around for that last Funny Car final round, plus Quick 8, plus Jets. We are ready to go. Mark White brings the Drastic Plastic up. Tom Moultrie says it's on you, driver. Same on the tower side. Joey Haas brings the Nimrod Camaro, inching carefully into the pre-stage beams. The Nitro cars, drivers go to the high side, put them in the stage. There they go. And it's going to be Nimrod with the win. 351, 243.7 miles an hour. Well, we didn't get the 342, but he didn't need it. A 351 at 243.7 miles an hour as Mark White in the Drastic Plastic blows the tires off at the start. And he's going to be coasting through that Berkey's lane.
Joey Haas wins again in Funny Car Chaos competition. He won at the biggest funny car race in the world, the Funny Car Chaos Classic at the Texas Motorplex. But the races remain to be big in Funny Car Chaos competition, and Joey Haas wins the second time we've ever come to Cordova Dragway Summer Nationals. Does it over another big bad Nitro car in Mark White and the Drastic Plastic. Congratulations, Joey.
It's an awesome opportunity. We ran with Moultrie for years, and Mark White's, he's one of the best as well. And our history with Moultrie goes way back, and Cordova goes way back. And I preached all weekend about consistency. You'll see on my social media, and the crew makes me look good, and that's all I got. All I got to say, Mike Kern, our crew, that's the consistency we were looking for, and that's the job that got it done. And they made me look good.
351 in the final.
Yeah, we were probably shooting for another 48, so we were 200ths off. I guess that's consistency we'll have to live with.
I've got to ask, what are the rest of the plans for this year? You've got 2 wins. I know you're not running for points, but this car is running exceptionally well when you don't have the parachutes fall out of this thing. How many more races?
Well, we're actually going to switch over to the American Way body and let my dad back in this seat because I kind of stole it from him here the first of the year. And we're going to run the Natifier in Eddyville, come back here for the World Series, go to Martin for the Funny Car Nationals. I've got a couple things in the front engine top fuel deal to do. And then we're going to have a pretty sweet match race in the fall. That's to be announced.
All right, Joey Haas, the winner in the Rodax Custom Coffee A Field at the Cordova Summer Nationals.